Hey everybody, this is Peter with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at a new product that just came in the mail from Chaosium Inc., and that is a basic role-playing universal game engine. So this is the latest version of this book. Basic role-playing has been around for about 40 years or so, and it powers games like RuneQuest and Call of Cthulhu, Pendragon, and a whole bunch of others. But like I said, this is their newest version, just came out in 2023. They sent us the hardcover and the PDF so that we could take a look at it, give it a little bit of a review, and then make this video so that you all could understand a little bit better about what you would be getting with this product and if then it's the right product for you and your table. I'm really impressed by this hardcover. It is a nice, thick, sturdy hardcover, but it's also lightweight. The paper is more of a cottony feel rather than the satin glossy feel of a lot of newer role-playing books. As much as I like the glossy feel, it also adds a lot of weight to the book. And so with a book that's as thick as this one, I think going with this lighter paper for the pages is actually a benefit because, with a big book like this, don't want it to be too hefty to have to carry around and lug around. So I'm appreciative that it is a big but lightweight book. And then I'm also super glad that they sent us the PDF because that gives me the chance to pull that up on the computer to aid the video so that hopefully you can have a better view of what's on the pages as we kind of real quickly skim through it to again explain what is in this book. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to head over to the computer. I'm going to pull up the PDF and we'll talk a little bit about what's inside this book. And then we'll come back up from the computer and I will give you my final thoughts on basic role playing, the universal game engine.
All right, everybody, so here we are with the PDF for Basic Role-Playing Universal Game Engine by Chaosium Inc. And I will go ahead and start off as I usually do, talking a little bit about the cover here. I really like this cover a lot. The idea behind this book is that it is the kind of the quintessential rule set that you as a game designer can utilize for your own games, pulling from it whatever you want, adding to it if you need to, but taking your setting, the game that you want to run, and putting it on top of this basic role-playing system. And I think that the cover art, the design, the choice makes perfect sense for a book like this. We have kind of a weirdly cool take on Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man with this image here, which is just really cool. I like the color palette choice that they chose. You get some differences here because, again, since this is meant to be used for multiple settings, you have all sorts of different kind of weaponry being utilized here, armor being utilized. We get a little bit of the tentacle down here for your maybe Cthulhu-ish portions of your cosmic horror games. So just a really cool cover design. I'm a big fan of it, and hats off to the art department, and well done, everybody. I really like this cover a lot. But getting beyond the cover now, we're going to go ahead and jump in just a couple of pages. We do want to stop here on the credits page. This book, again, it says here, based on the basic role-playing system created by Steve Perrin, Steve Henderson, Warren James, Greg Stafford, Sandy Peterson, Ray Turney, Lynn Willis, and the writers of this specific edition of the book is by Jason Durrell and Steve Perrin. And we have the cover artist mentioned here, the artist throughout the book, which, by the way, check out all these names for the artist, because as you go through this book, you're going to want to refer back to them to look up some of their other works, because there's some really phenomenal works of fantasy, cosmic horror, all sorts of different types of art throughout this book. And if you want to if you're ever just looking for art to ignite your imagination, some of these names here, you're going to want to be looking them up online, seeing what other works they have out there, because just looking at the art in this book alone was already getting my imagination flowing. So big props to the artist in this book as well, and also to the design and layout team. This is a very easy to read book. It's laid out really well. all of the font choices, everything, just really, really good job by Chaosium Inc. on this book. So the other thing, though, that I want to mention here on the credits page is the fact that down at the right-hand side, about middle down the page below the special thanks, we have here, it says, this product is licensed under the ORC license held in the Library of Congress, blah, blah, blah. And it has couple of locations that you can go online to take a look at that license, and this is the open role-playing license that this game is under. And so ORC stands for Open RPG Creative License for others to use. And here it does say that the final ORC license hasn't been released, but they do have links or a link here to the license, which does at the top here, if we take a look at the screen, show that it's in final form. I just wanted to mention that real fast. So you could go there, take a look at that. You could also go to the other link, which takes you to some answers and explanations about the ORC license. But I did want to mention the fact that this game is open. It is in an open license for designers, which makes a lot of sense to me, because otherwise, why do you put out a book like this? Because, as I will mention in my final thoughts as well at the end, but go ahead and let you know now, that's who I think this book is really for. This is a book meant for game designers. This is a product that Chaosium has put out wanting other people to make games based on their game, and I think that that's incredibly intelligent of them to do, and I'm very, very happy that with a lot of the hubbub that has happened over the last year or so about open licenses, that Chaosium has gone this route, utilized this license to make it open for creators. So fantastic, good job, Chaosium. All right, so with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump over to the table of contents real quick, and we'll see that the book itself is broken down into 12 chapters. There's an introduction, characters, skills, powers, system, combat, spot rules, equipment, game mastering, settings, creatures, and appendices. This book is for somebody who wants to be able to grab a fully made role-playing game and overlay it with whatever setting they desire. And so if you're a game designer, I think this is a book for you. If you're going to be picking up your very first role-playing book to play a game, I'm not sure that this is it. It could be. It absolutely could be, because everything is there. This is not just some kind of like little overview. They have fully laid out every single detail about how to play this game and run this game, but at the same time, without a very specific setting on top of it, then it doesn't quite feel to me like a book that just anybody's going to pick up and play or run. But if you're a game master, if you're a designer, then this could very well be a book for you. Now, the introduction itself is really good. They do give the caveat that if you've already been playing role-playing games for a long time, then you can probably skip the introduction. But if you're kind of new-ish to role-playing games, then you might want to go ahead and give it a quick review. And you know what? It's not a really long introduction, so it doesn't hurt to go over it. Responsibilities of players is always good to talk about, as well as the game master. What are your responsibilities to everybody else at the table? And then they get into the system itself, the basic role-playing system, and then they get into some of the more commonly used terms in the basic role-playing system as well. They want to give you that quick kind of glossary of those terms. They go over what are some of the main dice that are utilized in this game as well. So that's the introduction. And everything else, again, in this book, we're not going to flip through every single page because it's a big book. It's over 260 some pages long. But I just wanted to kind of give a quick look at it because the layout is really well designed as well. I'm somebody who reads a lot of books, and so when you get enough white space on a page, that it makes it easy to find what it is that you're looking for, that's great. When you don't have art that distorts the font in front of it, that's great design. So I did want to point that out as well. So without going through here and looking at every single page, I just want to say that I've been completely blown away with the depth of this game system, with the depth and kind of like the trust, I think, that Chaosium has put into the people who play their games or want to play their games by putting out this product. I think it's a great product for anyone who is going to love this system and design for this system. And it makes me excited to see more books of this quality coming out for content creators, right? Because the goal of this book has to be that Chaosium wants to see more people making more games based off of their product. And that is what keeps a game long lasting. When you have a game that is just, I put it out, want people to play it, and that's it, one and done, don't touch it, don't mess with it, then your game's not going to last for the long haul. And we already know that this game has lasted for quite a while because it's already been around for over 40 years. And with this kind of loving update to the basic role-playing universal game engine, I think there's a good chance that this system is going to be around for at least another 40 years. Now, I know that was a quick overview of this PDF. I don't want to get into all of the nitty-gritty details here because this isn't a video about how to play the basic role-playing universal game engine. This is a review video about this product specifically. So if you already know that you love games that are based off of this game engine and you want to be making content for it, then this is an absolute purchase, I think. If you're brand new to role-playing games, probably not for you right away, but it might be eventually. That's going to be totally up to you. So thank you for that. So now we're going to go ahead and come away from the PDF, and I'll just go ahead and give you my final thoughts on this product.
All right, everybody. So now that we're away from the PDF, having taken a look at basic role-playing universal game engine from Chaosium Inc., let's go ahead and I'll give you my final thoughts on this product. One, it is a beautifully made product. The hardcover is nice and sturdy. The paper is nice and light, even though it's a thick book, easy for travel. It is filled with all sorts of beautiful art. If you are a fan of fantasy art, you are going to love this book, if for no other reason than that. But the game itself, this book itself, who is it for? And to my mind, it is mostly for the individual who wants to take their setting and put it on a pre-made game. The fact that the book is under the ORC license, so this is a freely available public license, making this game available to you as a creator, is phenomenal. It's great. There's been a lot of uproar over the last year or so about the different companies that make role-playing games and what open licenses they have, if they have one at all, and how open is it really. This one here seems to be very, very open, making their game available to you as a designer to take your setting, put it on top of this role-playing system, and then not just play it at your table, but the possibility of making money off of it as well, selling that product. So I think that is phenomenal. It's great. And they didn't hold back. They made a really good book. They didn't just put a little PDF out there available to people and say, hey, have our system and play with it. They have put together a really great product that you'd be proud to have on your shelf and pull off. And there's just so much in here, as you saw as we went through the PDF. I mean, everything that you can think of in a game. Sometimes you think of these types of game engines, as being kind of the skeleton that you put your game on top of. But this is a really meaty book. There is so much content in here for you as a game designer. And again, maybe you don't end up using all of it, but there's quite a bit that I think you would find, at least, if not the thing you want to use, it's useful information to have if you're making games. So that is my final thoughts on basic role-playing universal game engine from Chaosium Inc. If you're a game designer, you're going to want to get this book. If you like playing other games from Chaosium that utilize this, you may find this beneficial as well. But again, I think it's mostly for the game designers out there. And I'm grateful for Chaosium for making a book like this for creators. So everybody, thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you decide if this was a book that you wanted to get for you and your table. If it did, go ahead and give it a like, maybe subscribe to our channel and check out the other reviews that we're doing on a daily basis. Also, go ahead and head on over to chaosium.com, check out this book as well as all the other wonderful products that they're making. Maybe purchase a copy there, or you can head down to your local friendly local game store, pick up a copy of their books there as well. So everybody, thank you for watching, and until we talk again, keep on playing games.